Just going for a quick crash course into creating Facebook frames. The easiest way I've found is to use Microsoft. It's not Microsoft, it's Adobe Photoshop. So what I've been doing is creating a file size. I work in centimeters, it's so much easier. So I've been going for about 50 across and about 10 deep, which just gives you a rough outline frame of it. So I went File, New, create the area that I wanted. Hopefully this won't lag too much. So it then depends on if you want it to have a background or not. Let's say you want it to have a black background. I've got nothing else there, right? Okay. So let's say you want it to have a black background. It'll be easier to erase this. Should probably done all my setup before I got here, but it'll show you how to do it. So if you want a black background, don't be criticising me if you know more about this than me. So that's a black background. We'll just leave that as it is for now. Say we just want bog standard text. We shall go Facebook. Just do a simple one. So let's make this read English. We can highlight it all and pick a nice little text for it. For some reason I always seem to be drawn towards and then we'll make it a size that fits within our box that we've set up. I am just pressing down on the D-pad here to change that, and it is lagging a little bit because I am screen capturing. So let's call it 140 and leave it at that. So we have now put in the text, whatever we want. Let's say we wanted to put a picture with it as well. I have got, where is it? I don't do it to everyone because not everyone's going to rip me off, but I have got cross-faded. Yeah, let's go for black. I've got cross-faded little things here, so I can grab these, drag them up here. Doesn't really make sense to anyone, but that actually is Alpha Omega at Nosni or Avi, but the O's and the A's are all Alpha and Omegas. So that's my tag, so people don't rip me off too much. So then what we will do is go File, Save As. Just create a file in here to keep everything to one side. I hope the audio is picking up alright. I am playing with new things. So we shall name this one Test Blur because I put blur for black background. We do not want to save this as a Photoshop image though. We want to save it as a PNG. Click Save. I use no compression because you don't lose anything. It doesn't matter with this one having a background about it being interlaced or not, but I like to leave them interlaced. Interlaced. I don't know why. So we click OK. That is now saved. If we then go over here and get rid of the background, that should stand out. So I've just clicked this little icon here and that gets rid of the background. We can then go File, Save As, a PNG image. We shall call this test, but we'll call it CL. So I know it's got a clear background and I'm just looking at a list. This is where it is important that it is interlaced. If you don't interlace it, it will give it a white background. Okay, saved. So now we go to Facebook. I've already opened this up, so the actual camera effects side of things, if you're logged into Facebook, you can access by going to facebook.com/FBCameraEffects. I can't find the button that takes you directly from Facebook to the camera effects. I always have to do it on a laptop, and I always have to put in this at the end of Facebook. So, we are not going over the top, we are not doing anything crazy, but this is how you create the cat faces and stuff. This is how you create the frames. It's the easiest way I've found. So, open Frame Studio. This loads into a manage folder for the ones you've already created. If you've not created any, there won't be any here. Usually my computer doesn't lag this badly. So I'm gonna have to wait for it to load. Some effects have been disabled, blah blah, yeah. They're actually upgrading everything. So when you're having issues with stuff, they're actually upgrading everything as it's going at the moment. So, open Frame Studio. This is now how you create them. So, we don't want to create a profile picture because you want to use this on videos, so you go for camera on Facebook. That doesn't stop you using it as a profile picture thing, but you'll have to test it, take a picture, and then use that as your profile picture. If not, you can just click the profile pictures, because that is your phone portrait and your phone landscape. This profile pictures is what it looks like on the square when people view it, and what it looks like circularly on your actual timeline profile. So we're playing with camera pictures. If we update the art, upload art, and we go and find my test file, I'll do the black one first. Hopefully this is the right size, but because we've done it well enough, yeah, we've done it well enough. So then what we do, you could even make that bigger, you know. If I've made that 60, you could do it 120, but with the quality that we've just done it in, you can do that. Get it centered back up. Maybe pull it out a little bit more and move it along. So now that is how it would look on your phone normal portrait. That's 9 times out of 10 how I set them up, but this is how it will look on landscape, which might be a little bit weird to you. What we can do here is, sorry, shouldn't be making weird noises. You used to be able to draw on things. Let's just unselect that. No item selected. What you'd have to do if you wanted the black border is to make a black square. Do you know what? Let's do it. So then what we'd do is we would bring the background on, get rid of these, save that as a PNG. PNG. We should just save this as black. So now if I go back to Facebook, I can upload a black strip, which we can then just drag to size and then fit up here. How big have I actually made it? Not big enough, right. So it needs to be a bit bigger. And then we can hopefully center it. It's not big enough. Facebook tries to help you to center stuff, which doesn't particularly help when you're trying to do it on the landscape version. Fine, if you want to play games like that, what we will do is get that in line. We will then duplicate that box and we'll drag it up and make it fit the other side. We then send to back, highlight the other box if we can. Right, we might have to move that out of the way a little bit. Oh no, that is the one that I'm after. So then we will bring that in line and send that one to the back. And now you've got a fully covered banner for the sideways and a fully covered banner for the portrait way. So we then go next. You can click preview on mobile and your mobile phone will be sent a copy of it. So this is then for you to aim it. I'm just going to call this Ivor's test. In here is then where you type things if people are trying to search for it. So I've called it Ivor's test. So this will be test. Ivor. Next. That is what it's going to end up looking like. Publish. You now have to wait for it to be verified by Facebook, but you still can play it because we're in a publishing area of Facebook. So this is what they will imagine it look like if people use it. Done. So then if we go to the one you've just created, this is then the information about it. If we click here, you have now just copied the URL, so you can send that to people for them to test it, or you can click send notification and that will send you a notification to link it straight through so you can test it. But I already know what I'm doing, I reckon, so it's just little things like if you put things too close to the bottom, sometimes it cuts them off. Sometimes it is worth saving them as drafts so then you could test it without doing it, because the only thing I've done is now this is uneditable because I've just gone straight to do it. So say you've created it and it's turned out wrong but it has already been published, you can click this button here, go to actions and click archive. I haven't found a way to delete them yet, but you can archive it and that means nobody can find it but you can still see it. You can also, if you've realised you've made a mistake, you can click duplicate. Let's say that the welcome to Facebook was too high up and you'd realised but you've already published it. What you can then do is come back to here. I'm just going to delete these because it doesn't matter right now. I know. Centre back. So let's say the Facebook was too high up. We've just sorted it out. So now we can come back here, move it down a little bit, and then make sure that everything else is aligned. So the easy way to do this is send that to back. Grab the next box, move that down so it falls in line with your border. Send that to back. Click on the next one, bring that in line. and send that to back. And now the Facebook is a little bit further away from the top. It's exactly the same with the bottom. And then you'd go next, next, publish, because it's actually a complete clone of the other one you've just done. So then what I'll do is we'll send that one to the back. I want to delete my boxes because I'm going to make another one now. So there's my boxes deleted. We've already got it figured out. We like that where it is up there. So then what we can do is replace art. I've highlighted it. Click replace art. And now I've just replaced it with the clear background one. I'm not going to show you how to publish it because it is just next, next and publish. You might want to add the words black and clear to the end of them so you know which one's which, but you can see them when you go to it. That one now, because we've done it as an interlaced PNG, is now see-through. The only things you can see is welcome to Facebook and my Alpha Omega sign that's my tag. That, people, is how we create a Facebook frame. And that is how simple it is. You just create interlaced PNG images using whatever you're using. Photoshop is easiest for me. And then drop them into here, which is the frames on Facebook. I hope this has been informative for you. Thank you. Bye.